The pandemic of COVID-19 reminds me a quote from Sun Tzu. If you know your enemy and know yourself, you need not to fear the results of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will be defeated in every battle. Healthcare professionals and scientists are working day and night to understand this virus. It's very uplifting to see everyone is following social distancing and self-quarantining. It's everyone's fight now. Today, I had a great opportunity to discuss the measures of controlling COVID-19 infection, role of public health department, safety of our first responders, and paycheck protection program with our mayor of City of Corbin, Ms. Suzie Razmus. So as you know that the number of cases of COVID-19 infection or SARS-CoV-2, they are increasing, tremendously. So what measures are we working on to contain this infection in our community in Corbin?
Well, we have been following what the governor's guidelines has set forth. So by mid-March, we had closed the restaurants. We closed City Hall. We had our police and fire have different protocols now that they follow. We do not allow any walk-ins at all of our fire department or City Hall. And then we're practicing social distancing, hand washing, all of the things that we're being told to do, and trying to get that message out to our community how important this is.
And as you mentioned, the firefighters, I just want to know that what are we doing to prevent any exposures to our first responders, like EMT, firefighters, police officers, when they deal with a suspected COVID-19 case?
Okay, well, when they get a call, a lot of the calls that the fire department get are medical calls, and so what they have done is they have mandatory PPE that they wear. The officer in charge, or the fireman that's in charge, goes to the door while the rest of the crew stay in the truck, and then they try to assess outside if they possibly can. And so that's the way that they're trying to keep the social distancing while making sure that they can take care of our community in the manner that they're used to. Now, if they have a suspected COVID case, of course, they will immediately self-quarantine until testing comes back that they're negative. And so the police department, kind of the same situation. The officer in charge does the just single officer contact. If they go to a home, they try to not go in if they can keep from it at all. And then they do mandatory cleaning of all of their equipment and their vehicles. And so they both departments have been very serious and very proactive about this from the beginning. I've been really proud of the way that they have just kind of taken charge of the situation and done it themselves.
Do you see any role of our public health department during this pandemic?
Oh, yes, we've got a great health department. Whitley County Health Department, Marcy Ryan, has been wonderful to have morning briefings with the leaders of the county. She has taken the lead for us, which has been great because, we're not public health people. And so she has kept us informed. She has made sure that we understand the guidelines as they have changed almost daily. And also kept up with the numbers, and just to allow us to understand exactly where we are as a state, and then what cases that we have, possible cases, and then of course today we've got our first confirmed case in Whitley County and our first confirmed case in Knox County.
And as we discussed earlier too, and some of the states have already adapted a lockdown kind of a situation. So what's your take on the paycheck protection program that was recently passed, CARES Act, and how it will impact our small businesses and their employees in Corbin?
Well, I guess we'll find out, right? Because I'm a small business owner myself, so that's what I did all weekend. I completed the PPP for the Tri-County Cineplex, and then I also have a business in Tennessee, and so my partner and I worked through all the details there for our business there. I'm really hopeful. It sounds like it's going to be a wonderful program. Let's hope that it doesn't have any more glitches. It was pretty complicated there over the last few days. There were some last minute changes and things like that. But I mean, really, when you get down to it, it's pretty simplistic. And I'm really hoping that everyone in the community that owns a small business applies for this immediately, because the money could run out. I mean, you don't want to wait a week. You want to go ahead and get your work done and get it in and apply for this money because, the government shut us down, and the government is willing to step up and help us get past this. They should have done it. I understand public health is number one, but they have found a way to help us, and I'm really hopeful that it's all going to work out.
Do you think the public health department can help the local people to understand what the paperwork and then help them in filling up the forms? Like when I was a med student, I have to fill so many forms for residency and fellowship. There is always some questions in which we need someone's help. So do you think involving public health department to help people with the filling of forms may help?
I would say that the health department pretty much has their hands full with just the public health aspect of it. I would reach out to, there is SOAR, Shaping Our Appalachian Region. There is our local economic development director can lead people in the right direction. Bruce Carpenter, the Southern Kentucky Chamber, I'm sure that they've got resources available. So we're a pretty tight-knit community, and what they're telling you to do is to contact your local banker. I mean, most businesses have a relationship with a local banker, and that's what I did in my case. I contacted my local banker, and he helped walk me through that. And in Tennessee, we used our banker in Tennessee to help us with that.
Great. And I know you are very busy right now. I'm not going to take much of your time. Before we let you go, any message for our wonderful community of Corbin?
I was at the hospital last night for the event that they had, the prayer rally that they had, and watching the employees either come into work. We were there like between 6:30 and 7:30, so we were getting that next shift, the ones coming off and the ones going on. And just seeing the looks on their faces and seeing the community honk their horns and the signs that were made. I mean, it was just so encouraging for me as the mayor to just see that, this community, the Tri-County area, I mean, we love each other, we support each other. And I think that is what has insulated us from this in a way, because, we do take it seriously, that, all it takes is one slip up. And so I think our community as a whole have taken this seriously. Of course, there's outliers out there. There always will be. But, I'm really proud of our community. And I tell you, I'm super proud of our hospital. I feel like we're in excellent hands for when it does hit. And we know it's coming, but I feel like we are really prepared. And we've got a great crew to take care of us, and I'm so appreciative of you. I'm glad you're in our community, and I'm just so hopeful that we can get past this without losing anybody. I don't want to lose one person to this horrid disease. We got to get through this together, though.
And again, thank you very much for your time. And being a medical professional, as I always said, right now, self-quarantining, hand hygiene, and social distancing is the key to get rid of COVID-19. And along together, we can and we will flatten this curve. It's great that she's making sure that our first responders are safe. I appreciate our health department for their role in containing COVID-19. In the end, I would like to thank our mayor for her time, effort, commitment, and support to keep our community safe. Stay home, stay safe.